spend a lot of your hard-earned money to purchase the things in your house and at your business centers. And thus, you must do what you can to protect and maintain them. Accidents can and do happen, so we at 92.3 Nigeria Info would like to encourage you to take the following steps to prevent a fire outbreak. First, install a fire alarm. Ask your electrician about fire alarms, as some can be affordable. Educate children around you. Take time to explain the dangers of fire and teach them the safety protocols and numbers to call in case of emergencies. Be wary of electrical appliances. They may make our lives easier, but they can be dangerous when they become faulty. Ensure a professional repairs or helps with the installation of home appliances. Do not make illegal power connections. Exercise caution when cooking. As you prepare your food, please stay close by. Resist the urge to take a nap or do other things whilst cooking. Also, ensure flammable substances are not close to your burner. Do not store fuel or diesel at home. Many fires have started because of petroleum products being stored in the homes of many Nigerians. Get a fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher will go a long way to either reduce the spread or stop a fire if caught early. Keep fire-causing tools and items safe in storage. And finally, regular training, reminders, and updates to both family and staff members will keep individuals alert to safety protocols. Know the emergency numbers to call.
And now, hard facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's Hard Facts. Apologies for the delay. Sincere apologies. It's been close to impossible. Well, impossible because it has not happened to reach out to my guest. I'm guessing there are some issues with the network, and so far I've not been able to reach him. And what's happening with ASU? Of course, the juxtaposition with private universities. But maybe, just maybe, we will hold that conversation on another day. There are lots of messages from the previous conversation that were impossible to take thanks to the lack of time or the lack of the management of it. So I think I'll do justice to it. Sam, Nigeria should begin to expect undemocratic forces like unchecked power, weakened accountability, and the erosion of citizens' rights and democratic values. We need to fight against it to save the future generations. Now, if you're asking what the question is as regards that answer, let me just run through that conversation. Obviously, we're having an extension of that conversation. I asked, if almost everyone joins the ruling party, can the government be held accountable? If almost everyone joins the ruling party, can the government be held accountable? And do you agree that Nigeria's political landscape lacks a viable opposition? Professor Ken Weke was my guest for that conversation, and we had quite the conversation. Of course, it's starting with the trend of defections. As 2027 approaches, the president is strengthening his political dominance. Everyone is moving to the APC. Of course, they are not stating the reasons on the minds of everyone. But word on the street states that it's for two reasons. One, the assurance of a second term for those who are in their first terms, and the avoidance of issues with the EFCC, because scrutiny will obviously unveil something. These are the reasons for self-preservation, for survival. That's what people are saying. But of course, the governors are not saying this. Now, there are so many ways to approach this conversation. At the 3 o'clock hour, I talked about the FCT minister stating that those who criticize him for working with the APC government are now defecting to the same government. Siraki Dixon had some thoughts and opinions about the defection of the governor of his state, Doye Diri. And Ayo Fayoshe, former Ekiti state governor, says the only opposition that is viable, existent, and speaking the language of the people is Peter Obi. I hope I can find that sound. So with all of this in mind, and hopefully you listen to the conversation between Professor Wenke and myself, I'm simply asking, if the opposition continues to shrink, what would that do to accountability? I think I'd play what Fayoshe said, and then I'll take your messages.
You know, the only opposition that I know that is in Nigeria, let me tell you now, the only opposition, I didn't say the opposition can win Ashwajo. The only opposition that is, the only person that still have traction, that has traction is Obi. No other one, no, I have no apologies. Yeah. Despite not being in government, is Obi. I give it to him. But let me tell you, sir, all others, they are filling the gaps. Atiku is filling the gaps. All others making noise because people don't listen to them anymore.
All right, so I'll take messages. Of course, do justice to that before taking calls. This one says, good afternoon, Sam. Special greetings to the prof. I get worried in the jamboree going on among the governors. Sam, I'll tell you for free that our current democracy is right now sitting on a tremor. That man quack down anytime from now. I'm not a prophet of doom, but all those who have the third eye, including my prof, will attest to this. Now that Bayelsa governor has resigned from PD27, Ogu Justice says, the defectors were bold enough to defect openly. They chose to do so to protect their political journey driven by fear of state power, INEC, and the judiciary. That's from Ami for Ernest. Wanita Clinton West says, Mr. Sam Oracle, the governor of Bayelsa State, Diri, resigned from PDP. This is quite pathetic and disheartening. A governor running his second term, the governor running to the APC just for selfish reasons. Let's see how things unfold, because a move by the current government on top scenes. At a time in our political history under the PDP, there were only 3 opposition governors. Others were PDP. Emmy says, thank you for that, Emmy. And Sam 923 00003. WhatsApp is 090306 416. Hello, good evening.
My name is Miriam.
All right, go ahead.
What I thought is correct that Tinubu, as much as we don't want him to come back, will not